Okay, I think we're live. Okay, I think we're live. Hey, Andrew, how you doing, buddy? Glad you could stop by today. Still trying to get my stuff set up here where I can see what I'm doing. Alrighty. I think I'm ready to go now. How about that? Now hold on. We can't start yet. We can't. I gotta play some kind of bullshit waiting video for about 5 or 10 minutes. Then we can start the show. Now, you know, what can I say? Adrian, how you doing, buddy? Yeah, we got to play a screensaver video for about 5 or 10 minutes. Then we can start the show. You know, I don't have a regular job, but you know, I just can't make it on time. You know, I really shouldn't harass people. So hopefully, I ain't cutting the top of my head off today. I noticed on the last feed, I was the deal ended at the cutoff line, which is hard to tell because YouTube, what the picture you see on YouTube is not the picture I'm seeing here on OBS. So maybe I should have checked what it looked like on YouTube while I was doing it. But anyhow, hopefully we're not cutting the top of our head off today. So before we get too far along here, let's cover our ass and do this. Okay, and for the people out there that are not quite as fast as the other people, let's just do it again. Now, that should have sufficiently covered our ass. Alrighty. So, oh yeah, now after the 10-minute video plays, we gotta jack around for another 20 minutes waiting for people to come in the room. No, I ain't gonna do that. I ain't gonna do that. I shouldn't harass other vape reviewers, but it's just so damn fun. Oh, gotta watch me. I'll make a video on please comment on why you hate me. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Let me get right on that. Anyhow, we got a few topics today. Some of them kind of deal with vaping, some of them don't. But anyhow, I don't do a lot of commenting on other videos of any kind. Okay, just my nature. I really don't. Believe it or not, even though I love pouring salt in a wound, I don't do that. But if you've been following me, watching my videos for any length of time, you know that in the last couple of years, I've kind of gotten on a health kick, and I've lost a lot of weight. We fixed my wife's type 2 diabetes. She's not a diabetic anymore. And anyhow, one of the and this took a lot of research, me researching on YouTube and the internet to do this. But anyhow, one of the channels that I trust the guy and take his advice is, and he's a real medical doctor. He's got an MD, he's got a practice and everything. He's the real deal. Okay. His name's Ken Berry. And the other day, a long time ago, he posted a video about vaping, his opinion on vaping. And he was all for it as a harm reduction device. Okay. So, hey, we're on board. We're seeing pretty much eye to eye. He might be just a little bit down, but he did say he liked it for a harm reduction device. Okay, so good deal. Well, anyhow, just recently he did some kind of like a repost where he did a little thing on YouTube. I don't know exactly what the hell it's called. Either a story. It's not a short. But it's where they just like post something and a picture of something and a link to say an old video and, ask for an opinion or something, but the link was to his old video on vaping. Okay. So, I wanted to kind of be a nice guy because I have gotten a lot of good knowledge from this guy that has really helped me in my life. Me and my wife both has really just, you can't believe, you'd think I was lying, but I got blood test records to prove I'm not lying. But anyhow, I said, okay, I'll post a comment because me and him were on the same page, And so I basically just put my story. That how many years I've been vaping, how many years I smoked, how many years now I have been vaping, and my current health status. Okay. I was like the first one to do this. So in the replies on my comment, a bunch of people started doing the same thing. A bunch of vapors started posting their stories and their successes and, just what you would normally see. But now you realize this is a venue basically outside of vaping, okay? Because say my channel, other vapor's channel, you expect to see a lot of success stories, but when you're out of that realm, and you're over here on a totally different type of channel, well, anyhow, a lot of people started posting their success stories. Okay, great. Well, then comes along this person that says, I'm so sad for your addiction. But and another guy had posted his success story, and they called both of us out by name. I'm so sorry for your addiction. I'm so sad. Sad was the word. I'm so sad for your addiction. Well, let's go off on a little side note right quick. I think the word addiction gets thrown around about as bad over here in the U.S., about as bad as the word racist does these days. I think it gets just, anything that you enjoy now is an addiction, according to the woke idiots. It's like, really? I mean, there should be maybe a graduating thing here, how you say that, because if you listen to the idiots, your nicotine addiction is the same damn thing as your heroin addiction. And no, it's not. No, it's not. And so anyhow, I mean, they really need to come up with some different terms in here, or at least light addiction, heavy addiction. Hey, Josh, how you doing, buddy? Glad you could stop by today. I really wish they would do something different there because, I mean, she made me sound like I was addicted to heroin. It's like, come on. Just because you enjoy something doesn't mean you're addicted to it. You need to kind of, you know, come up with a different word or light addiction, heavy addiction, medium addiction, something like that. Shit. But anyhow, back to the main deal. Yeah, this person posted, they said, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sad for your addiction." Don't be sad for me, brother. This is what I commented back. And I tagged the person. Don't be sorry for me, brother. I enjoy my nicotine as well as my caffeine. I am perfectly happy and satisfied. Okay? Well, that person didn't comment no further. They were done because they were smart enough to realize that they didn't want to go down that rabbit hole. So now, one of the things you would think that a person watching this fella's channel, Dr. Berry, Ken Berry, okay, you would think that somebody subscribed to and was watching his channel and was getting the notices, that we would kind of all be on the same page. We were concerned about our health, believed in what this guy believed in, and we would kind of be on the same page. You would just think that, right? Here pops up this other idiot. And to this point, I think I've been fairly civil, okay? Here pops up this other idiot down here in the comments. Well, enjoy the popcorn lump. What? Really? I thought we were on the same team here, And here's the bad thing. Here's the double whammy to me in this exchange. As vapors, we know the FDA is full of shit. They lie to us repeatedly. They do all kinds of underhanded backdoor deals. We know this. Okay, we already know this. Now, this doctor I'm talking about, and that's not the doctor that's posting this, it's just idiots making comments. Okay, but the doctor, his whole thing is about how the FDA screws you on the medical side of things. As far as drugs and procedures and guidelines and all that bullshit. Me and my wife are both living proof that they're doing it on both. They're doing it on the health side and the vaping side. We're both living proof that it's and you would assume that anybody following this guy religiously, you might say, really following him, would kind of believe the same deal. But here's this idiot that still thinks popcorn lung is like a real thing. And I'm going, really? Really? So guess what? Of course, I had to use a link to the cancer research group or whatever it is over in the UK, because y'all are a whole lot more forthcoming with the truth than the idiots over here. So I found a link about popcorn lung from the UK Cancer Research Center, whatever it's called over there. Put it up there, and I tagged this idiot, and I said, "Look, you've been grossly misinformed. Here is a link to some real knowledge if you care to enlighten yourself," or something to that effect. I was still fairly civil. Of course, I hadn't heard back from that idiot either, but I think the deal kind of died out after that. But it was like, but anyhow, that's the battle we're fighting over here, is the people really believe that shit they're putting out there. And it just blows my mind. Now, the average Joe Blow that only watches MSNBC for his news, okay, at least he's got an excuse. But when you're subscribed to a channel where the guy that runs the channel has proven beyond a shadow of a doubt that the FDA is screwing the hell out of us, why would you believe this shit? It's like, what's going on here? I don't understand. Yeah, it was amazing. I mean, it's like, it was like, and then this one other person, and I didn't comment back because to me it was just, I don't know, it was just one of the deals you didn't want to touch. Uh, this other person then later on commented that they had vaped for, it was a little short comment, that they had vaped for 6 months back in 2017, and now they got lung cancer. And I'm going, what? Really? Really? Yeah, I vaped for 6 months in 2017, and now I've got lung cancer. Well, what the hell does that got to do with the price of tea in China? Really? I mean, can you really make that? Can you stretch that shit that far to make those two damn dots connect? I'm not buying it. Maybe it did. Maybe that is the cause. I'm not buying it though. uh, well, Josh, see, you kind of missed the boat, buddy, because when you move, okay, because I've done this, I think, 3 times in my life. When you move, that's your excuse to have a huge garage sale and sell off all the stuff, and you, that's your reasoning and your excuse, and it'll make it. We won't have to move near as much stuff, and we got a little extra money to pay. This, that, and another. And yeah, you missed the boat, buddy, because that's you have the garage sale a week or two before you move. Yeah. That's what I did on all my moves. I just had some hellacious garage sales. Hell, I even left some stuff in the barn the last move I had, because when we lived in Kentucky, we had 10-acre little farm, you might call it. You couldn't really call it a ranch. You could call it a farm, but anyhow, it was 10 acres way out, 25 miles out of town, up on top of a ridge, which is a very small mountain. And they had a real big, real huge barn because, I mean, they had pens and all. Like, if you wanted to keep some cows, you were ready. And had a big old barn and whatnot. And, I asked the people that bought the house if it was okay if I left some stuff there, and it was good stuff. It wasn't junk. It wasn't trash, and they were just tickled to death. So yeah, I just left it. Just left it. We had 2 old sewing machines we'd been hauling around all our life and never ever used in 30 years. Yeah, they got left. People were happy to have them. Here you go. Now we got a kind of new rule out here. You know, if unless it's my tools in the garage, then yeah, those really don't never get thrown away. I just can't do it. But normal stuff, we look at it and have we used this in 10 years since we've moved here? Because you kind of can remember that if you do it to that point in time a little easier. And yeah, nope, it's gone. We only lost one thing in our moving, and we have never found it. I have no idea. It was a great big old ceramic dragon my wife had made, and it vanished, and we have never found it. You know, the only thing I can figure is we left it in the house in Kentucky. That's the only thing I can figure, because we've looked everywhere else, along the way and everything. So that was the only thing we actually lost. And she's made more since then. So, but it was a real nice dragon. Let's see what else we got here. Now, kind of easing off the comment deal. If you're a historian of war, I mean real old ancient stuff, I have come up with a new way of dealing with the wokes and the Karens and the that guys. No, Josh, you're the last message I see after that, after Andrew saying typical, is you're one asking about it. I don't think that message come through. YouTube probably censored it. You must have said a naughty word, and YouTube didn't like it. But anyhow, now if I was in a war, and let's say the other side, and there were rules to the war, okay, and the other side started cheating, well, at the very least, do the same. Cheat the same way they're cheating, or go beyond that, okay, and just really, hit them where it hurts. That's my deal. So the next time some Karen, woke idiot, or that guy makes one of those type of comments on a comment I have made, now they can post their comments all they want, but see, when you start commenting on my comment, then to me you're coming in my house. Okay, that's the way I look at it. You're free to put any bullshit you want to put up on the main deal, because that's between you and the guy that has the channel. But when you start replying to my comment, you're in my house. So what I'm going to do is apply a little bit of that theory. And I'm just going to instantly call them a racist. Regardless of what the topic, what we're talking about, doesn't make a rat's ass in hell. Oh, you're a racist. And see what happens. Why not? What's it going to hurt? Get our comments removed? Well, I understand that perfectly, Josh. But you might want to watch, I don't know if you caught the whole storyline, but I was assuming because of the channel we were on and where we were posting these comments, that everybody on that channel was kind of together, you might say. Kind of like we are here. We're all vapors, Well, I assumed that if you were watching this guy's channel religiously, you believed in what he was saying to a degree anyhow. And so we were kind of all at least on the same page, But here's this idiot that, well, okay, so you didn't believe that, you believe the FDA was screwing you over on the health side, but you don't believe it was screwing us over on the vaping side. Well, look, if they're going to, common sense, if they're going to screw you once, they're going to screw you till they get caught. I mean, come on. But anyhow, obviously I was mistaken because everybody there ain't on the same page. Well, let's see. Let's see. If that's exactly what you said, uh, you had a looks like you would probably gotten a red flag on the word stupid because that's they don't want you saying that these days. And science be damned. That red flag, red flag. Uh, 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 yeah, you had too many red flags in that, brother. You're speaking the truth. You can't have the truth on YouTube. You know better than that. You got to go around, you got to go around the block and back over here and back up and then slide in the back door. Okay, that's the only way you're gonna get truth. Past the censors, or you got to talk in code, you know, which does work because the algorithms, and it don't take much to outsmart the algorithm because it wasn't a real person that did it; it was the algorithm that did it, and well, they ain't got nobody watching me live. So the algorithm, I don't think is smart enough. Plus, my accent probably would screw it up all to hell and back. And if you do the 18 plus rating, you can cuss and get away with it. But anyhow, there was it was Facebook. It was Facebook I did this on way back when I had my account a long time ago. Not my new account. I hadn't commented yet. I think I got 2 friends, and that's it. And my wife's one of them. So, but anyhow, I made the comment, and I used the scientific terms. Okay. Because I found out I looked up how many grams of lead was in a 22 caliber bullet. Okay. And basically, I said that you needed to apply this many grams of, and I used the scientific, the, what the hell they call it? The damn table they make you learn in chemistry and science. Scientific term for lead, whatever it is. I don't remember now. But this many grams of this at the correct velocity to the rear portion of the skull. That went by, no problem. So it doesn't take a whole lot to outsmart some of the algorithms. Yeah, you gotta stay away. You gotta watch the keywords. And in fact, later in this video, we'll probably get hell, we might even get it banned. I don't know. We'll see, because I do have one of their hot topics I want to talk about. We can just pray and hope that one day Elon will go on and buy Google too. That's the only thing we can do. Because, I'd do live on Rumble, but I don't think I'd get that many views or, people. Y'all would come in, I'm sure. If I just told you, hey, this week we're going to go over to Rumble, I'm sure probably all of y'all would come into chat, but I don't think I would get near the amount of views I get on YouTube, which, it's sad, but hey, it's what we got to deal with. So, okay, now, oh, hold on a minute. I'll tell you what I got. I always do this. I don't know why it does that. It always defaults. When I pop the chat out, there we go. It always goes to top chat instead of live chat. There we go. Let me see if it, well, I don't know if it refreshes or not. It might. Let me look a minute. Oh, okay. This might have been the deal, Josh. My deal, of course, when I popped the chat out, it defaulted to top chat. If I put it on live chat, your comment shows up, exactly where it was supposed to. So I don't know how it differentiates or why it would. I mean, there's what, 4 y'all in here on chat. Regardless of what I got it switched to, why the hell wouldn't it pop up ever comment anyhow? I don't know. It's weird, but mine always does that. It defaults to the damn top chat instead of live chat, and you have to switch it back over. And I forgot to do that today. So anyhow, but yeah, when it's on live chat, your comment popped up. Okay, so now I did order some stuff from 3F, and I had to. Their website is not quite as well. The website's kind of easy to navigate, but the way they make you order the stuff is not as easy as what we were used to, or what I was used to. And but once I figured it out, what you had to do, I ordered some stuff, and we'll see how long it takes to get here. And I think you'll be quite surprised. I'm gonna keep it a surprise till it gets here, but I think you'll be quite surprised at what it is. But we did order 3 or 4 things, I think, and some little helper stuff, type deals. Like I ordered some of the plastic or acrylic, whatever you want to call them. I just like to say plastic. That way I don't, have to remember exactly which plastic it was. But some of the little plastic boral tank doors, it's got the little rubber plug on them. Yeah, Fastech is gone, Andrew. I think they're belly up. I think they're completely gone. But I don't know if they're going to come back. I mean, I don't know. Did they go bankrupt? Because if it had been a company over here in the U.S., a lot of times they'll go belly up and then they'll restructure and open back up. Now, I'm pretty sure it don't work that way in China, but hey, we'll see. I would have thought they'd had enough business to stay in business, because these other places had the new tax, supposedly, that's what put Fastech out, doesn't seem to have affected them in one way, in any way. They're still rolling, as far as I can tell. So yeah, it's sad because they're at the end. Even on Fastech, it got to where for me, the shipping wasn't free anymore, but it was still cheap. It was $3 or $4. And if you had a $100 order, well, $3 or $4, okay. I ain't got a problem with that. But a lot of places over here in the U.S. nowadays, you order a $20 item, it's $30 to get it shipped. It's like, no, ain't gonna do that. And sorry. But yeah, like I say, I ordered some little helper things, like that plastic door for an old style Boro tank with the little rubber plug in it. So you'd only have to really slide it up and down when you either cleaned your put new cotton in or whatever. You didn't have to jack with that to refill it. Because to me, I never did like that design. I really didn't. I don't even know why they did it, to be honest with you. I guess it was quick and easy. It's really old technology. And I don't even remember what else. But anyhow, back to the how you had to order shit from that company, really, and it may be just U.S. people that have this problem, but they had like three categories as far as I can tell. They got the pre-order stuff, they got 24-hour stuff. Well, no, I guess they got four categories. They got stuff they call 24-hour stuff, and then they got stuff that's normal. Okay, and what was it? One more. Oh, and then they got this bonded warehouse stuff. And the website wouldn't let me, because I did first, I just selected everything I wanted, tried to pay for it. And that's when it spit up. And it told me that I had too many different shipping things, and they weren't going to ship to me that way. I don't know. Maybe their software don't keep up with it or can't separate it, or I don't know. But anyhow, I had to go in and separate each category and on a separate order, and then it let me pay and was happy to ship it over to me for $3 or $4. I have no idea how long it's going to take. I thought I bought something from them once before, but it might have been 3A. But according to my deal, there was no record. I might have bought it as a guest. I don't know. No, Adrian, I didn't order a Cthulhu. I still would like to have a Cthulhu, but they're just a little bit. And I don't say they're pricey, because they're all right as far as the price goes. Because I think it's about $70 now. I think $70-$80 for a Cthulhu, which is right in line with the SXK billet box clone. If you don't get the DNA chip, I think they're between $70 and $80 all day long. No, and in fact, I still haven't ordered that. I did order. What did I order? Hell, I don't even remember what I ordered. It's hell when you get old. It really is. Let's see if I can look right quick. Did I even order a borrowed device? I thought I did. Let's look. I still hadn't ordered that Vessel M, because today was the day it was supposed to come in. They were supposed to get it today. Does it not let me do? Oh, it don't let me do that. I thought I could just easily click on the deal to see. Oh, oh well, can't do that. Yeah, that's another reason you miss Fast Tech. Man, their software just worked great, I thought. You could just look at your order. Now I guess if I went to the site, I was just looking at the email where they told me it shipped. Now, I will say one thing for them. They sent me an email, because some of the stuff was the 24-hour stuff. Well, they sent me an email within 24 hours that says your package is out the door, shipped. So whether they're lying to me or not, I don't know. Because a lot of times Fast Tech was the same way. They'd tell you your package is shipped, and you could click on shipping or tracking, and a lot of times there was no tracking at all. Ever. You'd get the package in your hand and look at the tracking, and tracking still say, it's in La La Land somewhere. So, but no, we just got some, I know for sure, some RTAs that piqued my interest. I'm still curious to see how much that the whole setup kit is going to be for that new Vandy thing. Pulse, I guess. Is it the Pulse? Whatever the hell it is. The little one they got coming out now. I'm curious to see what the kit that they showed on their video is going to be. And the way I understand it, you might have to be careful because they're liable to put a kit out with just the mod in it and put a kit out, a couple of different variants to change the price around a little. But I want the whole deal with the 2 tanks, the coil tank and the RBA tank, and the whole shebang. I don't know why I want it. But because it's not a 21700, that was the reason I bought the first one. But you know how it is. Your hand wants to hit that order button. Sometimes you can't hold it back. But anyhow, I did order some stuff. We'll see how long it takes to get here. I figured it'll be in the new year before it gets here. That's my estimate. Anyhow, it's a mess, I tell you. Yeah, I'm afraid. I don't know what the deal is with Fast Tech. I really don't, and we'll probably never know. Hell, the owner might have pissed off the damn government over there. I mean, that's all it takes. Over there. The owner of the company piss off the government, and he vanishes, and may not come back. So you just don't never know. And if you're wondering, yes, I'm still vaping my ProTank 2. And I think we had it wrong. I forget who commented on this mod last time, but we both, I think, had it wrong. This is a K-Box Mini. Because I saw it as stamped on the top. I don't know why I didn't see it the other day when we were talking about it. But yeah, it's stamped on top. K-Box Mini. Heavy little fucker. It's like steel. I think it's made out of steel. It's heavy as shit. And it's like painted. I don't think it's powder coat, but it could be. I really don't think it is. I think it's painted. Well, that's cool, Josh. Hell, that's what I do half the time. If I'm not watching a live in there on my TV, of course, I have to watch it both ways. And, if I want to chat, I've got to have it up on my phone if I want to say something in chat. Yeah, Andrew, I drug this out the other day. I'm sure you saw that live. I drug it out, and of course, I made a coil for it, my own coil, and mixed me up some 30 milligram freebase red hots. Works just fine. Same vape as you get out of a pod, and guess what? Since this one's glass and steel, the red hots don't dissolve it. Yeah, when I get off this live, I've got to change the cotton in both my big devices I have by my recliner. It's about time to change them. They're starting to taste a little bit off. And I finally found a combination. I've been playing around with combinations of coils lately, and let me go get one so you'll kind of understand what I'm talking about. I'm not going to take it apart, but you can see the mod. before you do, Andrew, take time, go look at my real old video on rebuilding the coils in them. Because they taste tremendously better. Anyhow, I have 2 of these by my recliner, plus my original Pulse that I have my Red Hots in that just uses one of their, I guess, Vandy Vape coils. And I've been playing with these because I've got the RBA section in here, and it's a huge RBA section. You can put, 3.5 millimeter flat wire coils there if you want to. You can easily put a 3 millimeter Clapton in it, inside diameter. So anyhow, it gives you a lot of, and there's plenty of airflow for a direct lung if you want one. So anyhow, I've been playing with different size coils and different wires, this, that, and the other. And I've stumbled, the best one I have so far, and I've tried a bunch. And the best one I have so far is the one I have in here now. And what I tried to do, here's how I approach situations. Any situation, not just vaping, any situation in life. Here's how I approach it. Before the coil I had in here was a 3 millimeter, no, 2.5, I think, millimeter. Let me get the wire. Find it. What did I do with it? It? Yeah, this is it. Now, about I don't know, 2 coils back. As I've mentioned this before, I was using some homemade flat wire, where I had taken some Kanthal and some stainless steel, about either 24, 26 gauge long in there, and I had flattened it out myself using my metal brake out in the garage that has rollers on top of it for rolling flat sheet metal, but it flattened out the wire really nice. And I was surprised at how good that worked, but there was one drawback to it. You had to pump a lot of power to it, and if you weren't paying attention, that's the best way I can describe it. If you weren't paying attention to what you were doing, like let's say you were playing on your phone, or you were watching TV, or something really had your attention, and you just reached over and grabbed your vape and you started to take a vape, and you weren't paying close enough attention, and you didn't inhale hard enough, draw on it hard enough, get enough airflow through it, you get a burnt taste. You didn't have enough air over the coil. But if you knocked the power down anymore, it just you didn't get no flavor, you didn't get no, it took forever to ramp up, and this, that, and another. So I took and put some of this. Now, this is just a normal single core Clapton wire that I made myself. And the core is 26 stainless steel, and it's wrapped with 34 Kanthal. So I took one of those. I made one of them, put it in there. It was a little better. Still didn't like, this was a 2.5, I believe. Yeah, it's 2.5 inside diameter. It was quite a bit better. Still took quite a bit of power, a little while to ramp up. Okay. But it kind of helped on the paying attention part. So anyhow, I finally, so then the next time, once I, baked that tank full, or had time, I put a 2 millimeter Clapton wire, same gauge wire, or same wire, okay. But anyhow, I knocked it down to 2 millimeters. And that, so far, is fitting me really well. And I was able to turn the airflow down a little bit. And so I didn't have quite as much airflow, but I don't have to pay as close attention to what the hell I'm doing. Which, I understand I should be paying attention. What can I say? But anyhow, I've been playing around with that a lot. And it just goes to show that you really got to, play around and find something that fits you, and maybe don't give up till you find it. But see, that's a nice, to me, restricted direct loan. I don't have to get in no hurry. I don't have to really worry about how hard I'm inhaling, and it's a tremendous amount of flavor, plenty of vapor, but that's fitting me real good. Oh, well, Josh, what's the flavor profile? You don't have to give us the recipe, but you can tell us what you're going for. I never did buy one of those gears. They weren't that really expensive. I just never did buy one. It's a shame. I've got at the moment, I got 6 devices going at the moment. And this is all, well, I guess, I don't know if you classify this as an RTA or not. I guess you could. Yeah, this old Pro Tank is the only real RTA I got out. And God knows, I've never even counted them. But there's got to be, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Times 3. So there's got to be like 60 RTAs up there on my shelf. And I'm not vaping a single one. How bad does that look? How bad does that make me look? Oh, what a mess. What a mess. And got more ordered. You got to laugh at yourself sometimes. I'm serious. I got 60 on the shelf. I ain't making a single one, and I got 3 more coming. Oh. Because I really don't classify this as an RTA. It's more of an all-in-one with an RBA, or a huge pod system with an RBA. Might call it an all-in-one with an RBA. So this really don't fall into the RTA category, even though you got to put a damn coil in it, put cotton in it, do the same exact damn thing. That you do with an RTA as far as maintenance and all, but you just really wouldn't classify this as an RTA. Oh, come on, Josh. Are you going to tell us your recipe? Come on, man. Tell us what you mixed up, buddy. I might have to jump on that bandwagon. RBA, yeah. Well, see, I thought RBA just stood for the little device in here that you could actually rebuild. That's what I thought RBA meant. I didn't really think it pertained to if you were the entire thing, you know. Strawberry marshmallow custard cupcake. Well, that really sounds good. That does sound good. I always had trouble with the marshmallow flavoring I had, and I think it was TFA's. I think I still got some. Um, the trouble I had with that, it didn't have enough taste. It was just like slightly sweet. It was the only thing I got from it. I really didn't. Which, in reality, a real marshmallow ain't. I think, what is it? Flour and sugar, uh, or something along them lines. I don't even really know what a real marshmallow is made out of, but it really doesn't have a taste unless you roast it, get it a little bit brown. Yeah, that's why I never did use it that much. I got some. I mean, and it does. I mean, it doesn't like have a bad taste. It just, I don't know. You know. Oh yeah, that's what I was talking about, Adrian. Yeah. Of course, I was trying to figure out what you would actually classify this whole thing as, and I would say probably an AIO. So I really couldn't say specifically that I was actually had an RTA in use at the moment. Well, hey there. I have no idea how to pronounce your name. Kogarth, Korgith, Korgith. Uh, Thanks for coming in chat. Thanks for coming on the show. Didn't know you was there. But yeah, I tried it a long time ago, and it was just a. Now for mild sweetness, if you just want a hair of sweetener, because I think I heard somebody say they used what was the name of it? That other sweetener, maltol, malta, something started with a damn M. uh, as a sweetener, but I gotta have some sweet. I'm sorry, I use super sweet, Capella super sweet at 4% is my normal mix on anything. So I like a lot of sweetener. Maybe a toasted. I think I even got some toasted marshmallow one time, a flavoring that was claimed to be toasted marshmallow, and I couldn't. Yeah, it didn't do it for me. I don't know, but there's lots of flavors out there that the real thing tastes great, but when you try to vape it, it tastes like shit. And it's just a lot of stuff. I think a lot of stuff just shouldn't be vaped. There's a lot of flavors out there you just need to leave alone. But you know, and I hate the way people. We was talking about them Karen's throwing around the word addicted a while ago. I kind of hate the way people throw around the deal. The taste is subjective. Really, really. So somewhere in the world, somewhere you're going to find somebody that likes the taste of dog shit. Really, really. So its taste is subjective. I don't really like the taste of dog shit. I've never tasted dog shit, but I don't think I'd like it. I ain't gonna try to find out. But if you extrapolate something far enough, the meaning kind of loses its meaning. So come on. But they throw around that term quite often, and I've seen a lot of damn reviewers do it, and they'll be reviewing a juice, and basically the juice is shit, and they don't want to say it's shit, so they say, "Oh well, it's just not for me." Taste is subjective. Well, if you got 100 people say it tastes like shit, and you only got one person that likes it, yeah, I don't think we could say it's subjective. I say it tastes like shit. Strawberry marshmallow custard. What are you using to get your custard flavor? Are you using somebody's all-in-one or a actual custard flavoring or what? Or do you mix your own? Because there's a lot of those out there, a lot of custards out there that are completely different tasting. Capella's V1 version 1 of their custard. Okay. I don't think I ever tried that. Did I ever go for a custard? What? Hold on a minute. I had something. What did I use? I still even got it or not? No. Oh, yeah. Now here's what I used to use if I wanted to custard something. And it's the King's Custard by what's it? DIY or Die. I used it was his one shot. That's what I used because it was a whole lot easier just to use somebody's custard instead of trying to mix your own. I know a lot of people go to the trouble of trying to mix their own, and oh, shit, you'd end up, you'd end up with 2 dozen flavors just trying to get the custard, and plus your other flavorings you wanted in there. I kind of got off the custard deal, and I like. I found that I preferred um, sugar cookie stuff with fruit compared to custard. Because you can have like a peach custard, or and whatnot. And it's hard to. What did I do with it? Where's it at? Oh yeah, this one. I think. Did I throw away the deal? Oh, no, not it. I think I threw it away because it got empty and I threw it away. I was going to order some more the other day. I hadn't got around to it yet. I'm still, you get so many of these damn things and they're just sitting on the shelf and it's like, damn, I should use them up. Yeah, I was using this. There was 2 I found that I really liked, the sugar cookie type deals. One was this Moon Sugar from Mr. Good Vape, and it was a one shot, and it's good. And then I found another one I liked really well that was made by, I think their deal was Chemist, and it was like a sugar cookie fluff, they called it, I think it was, but it supposedly was a sugar cookie with fluffy icing inside type. That's what they were trying to replicate. I never really got the icing part of it, but the sugar cookie part was good, and I like those 2. But I ran out of the Chemist one, and I've got to reorder some whenever I order some more stuff. But yeah, I just mix. I just do a lot of mixes that a fruit flavor. Just pick a fruit flavor and throw some sugar cookie in it, and a lot of sweetener, and shit, pretty good juice to me. Of course, some of it kills the hell out of your coils, but especially. And I hadn't found a peach out there yet that didn't kill my coil almost overnight. And for me, Josh, I never, and I tried this. I never was uh, I never could vape just straight custard of any kind. The King's custard, or the other DIY deal, any custard. I just was not happy, with. I don't know if it was maybe not enough flavor, maybe my taste buds are dead from eating hot sauce for so many years, but uh, I just never was real happy. I always had to mix something with it, some kind of fruit or something. I had to put something with it, and then I was happy with it. And I even tried some of the real uh, elaborate, so I can find one, deals. Where'd it go? Uh, I tried some of the kind of elaborate vanillas, you might say. This one here is triple C's. It's a one-shot deal, and I had several other ones I tried along that line that were like the vanilla custard or the real uh, supposedly real good vanillas, and I still couldn't. I just didn't really like them by themselves. Now they weren't bad; they tasted fine. They tasted what they were supposed to taste like. Just didn't really do anything for me. Toffee custard. Never tried one of those. I might could go with that because that's a little something extra. But yeah, a lot of these, of course, like this one, this triple C, it's recommended at 15%. So that's quite a bit of flavor. I think it was just, I'm pretty sure it was just vanilla, real fancy. That's what it smells like. But I tried several of them along this flavor profile, and they were great, vanillas, but I guess that was just a little too plain for me. I wanted something a little extra, so I can add stuff to it, get a juice I like. Now I want to give a shout out to my two Corgus. Where are you from? Add you to the list here, buddy. I think I've seen you in here before, but I'm not sure. If you don't mind, what country uh, are you in? Uh, but I do want to give a shout out to my UK guys. I found this has nothing to do with vaping. Found this UK guy, uh, West Virginia. Okay, all right. I think I had somebody else from West Virginia one time. Might have been you that I'm thinking about. I don't think so. I think I had somebody else from West Virginia. I've been to West Virginia. couple of times. Really pretty. Nice rolling hills over on the west side of it was some really nice, nice what I call rolling hills. Really pretty. Yeah, that's another reason. That's another reason I never did. I hate letting stuff steep. I really do. I hate it. I wanna shake it and vape it. I'm sorry, and I'll do it that way most of the time. And sometimes it'll even taste. It'll taste good instantly, and then the flavor will change. And it'll still taste good after the steep, but even it tastes totally different. But it's still vapable either way. Southern End down next to Kentucky. All right. Yep. It was a little town. I can't remember the name of it. I had to go when we lived in Kentucky. I worked for a manufacturing plant. I was one of the maintenance guys, and I had to go over to their plant in West Virginia and look at the machinery they had over there. And I don't remember the name of the town. A little small town. Oh, anyhow, back to my deal here. Let me find it. What was this guy's name? Where's it at? Here we go. Anyhow, I found this fellow. And I assume he's in the UK. Anyhow, his name is where is it? Dr. John Campbell, and he was given most of his videos that I've watched so far about COVID, and he's kind of a contrarian as far as he can go on YouTube and not get kicked out. He said he had a warning the other day, which is, that's one of the red flags. If you say COVID, that sends up a red flag, and I don't know if I don't think you can get a warning or ban just for saying COVID. So, but that is one of the red flags on good old YouTube. But I did find him, and I think he's from the UK, and I really like him. I really do. Starting to taste like I need to rebuild the coil in this. It's been quite a while. Of course, it stays in here by the computer, and I think it's been like, I don't know, 3 weeks, probably. Yeah, I think it's getting to where I need to rebuild the coil in this. I forget how much sweetener I put in. It's quite a bit, I think. Probably about 4%. But yeah, it lasted quite a while. I think I need to rebuild the coil in it. What do we got here? Has this got any juice in it? Yeah. Well, they claimed, I was reading in the comments. I just found him this morning, and because he popped up on my YouTube feed. So I watched it and I found it very interesting what he had to say. And, he was saying, that he had to be real careful how he worded stuff and whatnot because of YouTube, because he showed it. He had a warning, and so I thought to myself, I said, well, damn, surely he knows about Rumble. So I scanned down through, and somebody in the comments said he had a Rumble channel, and then somebody else said, yeah, he's got a Rumble channel, but he don't do different videos for it. And I'm going, well, hell, why not? So anyhow, I was in the living room. I was on my phone, and I popped up Rumble, and I hit the search button, and the damn search button wouldn't work this morning. Come on, Rumble. If you want people to come and you want people to advertise, get your shit working right. That's the only complaint I got against Rumble. or main complaint is 9 times out of 10, you go, I hadn't tried it on my PC. I'm probably going to do it later this afternoon, but get your shit together. Get your damn software working right. Come on. You've been online for years now. Get your shit together. Because y'all probably know I have a Rumble channel, and there's certain devices that I'll do like not separate videos, but I'll do uncut videos. I'll put that. I'll make 2 versions, one for Rumble, one for YouTube. And I'll put the one for Rumble over on Rumble. Now, a lot of times there's not much difference. Sometimes, in fact, the only difference is there'll be a link to where I bought the damn thing in the description on the Rumble channel, where you can't do that in YouTube. Plus, you can show a lot more of the box if there's anything to show. Yeah, I understand. Yeah, it does. I mean, I can't argue that. YouTube does work, but damn, I wish Elon would buy it. Yeah, some really interesting stuff this morning. The ones I watched, they were very interesting. Really interested me. Of course, you had the normal amount of trolls in the comments, which they're, hell, I bet you could actually, nowadays, get paid to be a troll. I really think so, on certain things. I really think there's people out there that are professionally paid trolls. And I wouldn't be a bit surprised. Not one bit. In fact, I'd bet probably good money. And that's another word you can't say. The red flags, you just bet. And for me, it's just a turn of phrase. I'll bet so and so. You know how you say it. I would bet on that. It's a turn of phrase, but that's another red flag for a video. I don't think it's. I think the red flags are totally different from on lives, but yeah, on a video, the word bet is a red flag, and the algorithm can see that, and a lot of times they'll give you a strike just for saying it, regardless of the context. But yeah. But lately on my liquid recipes, I've been trying to use up some of this flavoring I got, and before I order anymore, I just, I kind of hate to order stuff and all this other that actually is good flavoring, and lately this one, what's this one got? Okay, this one, well, I can't count. Well, this was the flavoring I had. It was a one shot, but it had been sitting on the shelf forever. It's a caramel banana flavoring, and it's really good flavor. Just been sitting over there forever. I decided to use it up. And another one, I got some, what is it? Oh, it's a mango with vanilla ice cream in the other one. Because I've got, I don't know, a gallon vanilla ice cream. Of course, that's a flavor I find it's kind of versatile. The vanilla ice cream, it's from Flavor Apprentice, and to me that's pretty. It's versatile. If you want some vanilla, just vanilla, you can throw that in there. If you want the whole vanilla ice cream experience, you can throw a little more in there, and it substitutes pretty good for even a kind of a sugar cookie to a degree. You don't really get the cookie taste, but it kind of gives you the same, vanilla type deal. In fact, I've even mixed it with the Red Hots in place of the vanilla cupcake flavor, and it worked okay. My hair difference, but still tasted good and was vapeable. But yeah, that's what I got. I mixed that with some mango, and it turned out good. But Adrian, the different people and the ones that get banned and struck and channels discontinued and all, turns out a lot of times them people we should have been listening to. When it all washes out in the end. Like I say, I thought his I thought his deal was fairly interesting. Oh, there was one other thing. Where is it? I didn't put it in the notes. I just now remembered. Let's see. Okay, I've been back to the original deal way back at the start of the stream, the health kick thing. Okay, so I watch a lot of videos because and it never ceases to amaze me how much shit you got to wade through to get you something that's good. As far as anything on YouTube nowadays or the internet in the whole, as you just got to wade through a tremendous amount of shit to glean one little speck of usable knowledge. It's amazing. Anyhow, I'm looking at basically health videos. All right, Josh, have a good day, buddy. Thanks for coming in. We're not gonna roll on too much longer. Anyhow. So anyhow, going through these deals, and there was a topic I was basically researching, and I looked at a bunch of videos on this topic, and so anyhow, here's this other now, and they're mostly doctors, that are putting these up, and I see this one video that is slamming this doctor that I had watched several of his videos. Not my good doctor, not Ken Berry, but it was a different doctor. And I haven't even watched him enough to know whether to totally trust him or not. I was just basically because regardless of what they say, some of them will explain the science behind the subject you're looking at. Regardless of what they say do about it, the science behind the subject is the little kernel of knowledge you're looking for. And then you can make your own decision. Anyhow, here's this video of these two doctors, a man and his wife, and supposedly they're doctors. I don't know what it takes to be a doctor these days. I really don't. I think the standard's getting less and less every damn year. But anyhow, I digress. Here's this video of them slamming this other doctor. Oh, okay, it's worth a laugh. We'll click on it. So I click on it. Well, here's the whole deal. The doctor they're slamming wrote a book about his suggested diet and whatnot. Well, these other two doctors, a man and his wife, supposedly, they wrote a book, okay, that's contrary to his book. Okay, well, that's all good and fine. No problem yet, okay, you're totally entitled to your deal. Here's the hilarious. What I found hilarious about the deal was, they're doing a YouTube video just like I'm doing a YouTube video. Okay, at home, looked like at their kitchen table, and they're supposed doctors. Okay, supposedly they went to college, passed all these tests. So you would assume, and here's where I get in trouble, I assume too much. You would assume they have a little common sense. Okay? They're sitting at your kitchen table and they're slamming this other guy's book, this other doctor's book, and they're promoting their book. And they got two of their books, hardcover, big, nice hardcover books, sitting on the kitchen table in front of them. Well, guess what? They're backwards. The writing on them is backwards, and it wasn't intentional because you look, and here's the what they call it, brain slipping. The end of the side of the book, and here's the title going across. Well, you could tell it's backwards, and you look at her little laptop computer she's got in front of her, and the Apple on the Apple design on the lid on the top of the laptop, it's backwards. Okay, well, at some point in time, and their screen got flipped. Well, okay, flip it back. What the? Did you not watch this video? This is what I found hilarious about it. These are supposedly two doctors, and they can't figure out how to run editing software. And my poor old bumpkin country ass can figure out how to run. I can run my editing software just fine. I don't have OSB down to an art yet, but as far as I can do everything I want to do with my editing software. Yeah, mirrored view. And now sometimes what I've seen is if you shoot something with your phone, some reason the phone software does that like automatically or something. It's so you got to really just when you edited it, you flip it back. It's one click. It's one click. Okay, so either you got two options here. I don't know which one's worse. Okay, either they weren't smart enough to figure out how to do that. Well, you got three options. They either weren't smart enough to figure out how to do that, which is one click, or they didn't edit the video at all or watch it before they just throwed it out there on YouTube, which to me is, I don't know, just as bad, Or they just, they saw it and didn't know how to fix it or whatever. But these are two doctors. And it's like, now, wait a minute. You're wanting me to take your advice over this other doctor, yet you either don't watch your videos or you don't know how to switch it back right. Really? I just found that totally hilarious. And of course, this was put up like 4 or 5 years ago, so there wasn't no sense commenting on it, And of course, I would have got totally trolled and attacked by their dick riders, because I looked through the comments, nobody mentioned it. All you had was praise, So they're all dick riders. So it's like I didn't go there. I got enough drama in my life without any of that. But I just found it completely hilarious that they either didn't catch it or didn't know how to fix it or what. I know what you're saying, Adrian, but they have to have some level of IQ to have gotten where they're at, You would just, you take that kind of stuff for common sense. And, like I say, I assume most people have common sense. And That's a flaw. I shouldn't do that, but I can't help it. I just kind of do. But yeah, it's like when I do the up close camera, uh, I flip it. I mean, I flip it so you see my view, so it's my view you're seeing. That way my right hand's my right hand, and the writing on the box is right. But you know, and I have to totally do a 180 with it. It's not just a mirror. I bring it all the way around. Yeah, it's 2 clicks. Click click. With my software, it's 2 clicks anyhow. Click click. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's true. That's true. There's a big difference. Common sense is, there's a big debate, uh, kind of the on people that deal with that. They claim you're born with some people say you're born with common sense. Some people say you learn it, type deal. I don't know. Some people say you're born with a certain IQ level, and some people say it changes. I don't know. I don't know if there's any way to actually legitimately test all that stuff. But there's several different camps of thought on that, on those subjects. I'm thinking from my perspective, as long as I've lived, to me, the common sense keeps getting lower and lower and lower every generation. But anyhow, I just found that totally hilarious that here are these supposed 2 doctors, and they got the gall, you know, to slam this guy's book. First off, to me, professionals really should act like that. Okay, you wrote your own book, promote your own book. Don't slam somebody else's stuff. When you're trying to promote your stuff. To me, that's that's kind of a low blow. And a professional, a person with a doctorate degree, an MD degree, should be professional enough not to do that, in my opinion. But anyhow, I think they were surprised that their book didn't sell, and they were they were to the point of doing anything to try to up the book sales. Oh, they definitely don't want to do that, Adrian. Yeah, that's. And there's Neil. Hey, Neil, how you doing, buddy? Glad you could stop by. You'll have to watch the replay. You done missed. I missed almost everything. Appreciate you coming by, though, as always. Everybody's welcome. Come on in. Hell, if you got a subject, we'll talk about it. Because I have pretty much run out of my stuff I had wrote down. You got your last order in, huh? Well, that's good. Have you ever ordered from 3F? Have you ever got anything from them? As I said earlier in the video, I had finally placed an order with them, and I had no idea how long it would take relative to how long Fast Tech used to take. How did I mix it in? What is that? What's one I just filled up? Well, that's, excuse me, 25 milligrams, but just don't feel like it. Or has anybody in here ever got anything from 3F? Uh, well, how were they on the shipping time compared to Fast Tech? Were they faster, slower, or what? I've almost completely. Well, I haven't used PayPal in months. I hadn't used my PayPal because my Amazon account's tied to my credit card, and 14 to 20 days, so about the same, I guess. Although a lot of times Fast Tech could take a little longer, but about the same time. Uh, all right, Adrian, have a good time, buddy. Thanks for coming by. We'll see you next week. I know if I trust what they say, they got the stuff out the door real fast. Uh, if they sent me an email saying it had shipped, so we'll see how quick it gets here. I guess the all the bullshit you see on the news about China these days didn't affect that in any form or fashion. So you would have thought at the very least they might have been short staffed or something, but if you believe the email, they got it out quick. They shipped it quick, the stuff they had on hand. So I don't know. Yeah, Neil, that's uh, a good way of doing it, being more secure, so that they can never go over however much you had on the deal. I have something similar. Uh, I have basically I've got two bank accounts. One's my main account, and one is my uh, account I tie stuff to. Mostly my stock market softwares, all those ones that I use to buy and sell stocks and options. They are all tied to the smaller account, which is not tied to my big account in any form or fashion. So if somebody did break into it, they'd only get a little bit of money. But I have had over the years, and I mean, I've had the one credit card I got's a Mastercard, and I've had it since like 1980 or something. And all those years, anytime I've had a problem, they have instantly taken my side, assumed I was telling the absolute perfect truth, and I've never had a problem dealing with them. So I'm not real leery about using my credit card to order from 3F or even FastTech there at the end when they quit using PayPal. Okay, I just used the credit card. And because they've always taken my side. And I've had, what is it? I think maybe one or two over all that period of time, false claims on my card. And I just called them up. I said, hey, I didn't do this. And it wasn't very much, And I said, I didn't do that. Okay, we'll take it off. Poof, just like that. No, that's it. You know, but they always instantly took my side and believed me 100%. And yeah, you know, uh, instantly, took the charge off. And, the one time I did have a problem with that damn, the company, and I wished I hadn't, but, uh, what was I saying? Vape sourcing. We got in a real deal because I tried to tell them they they couldn't send. They wanted to send it to my physical address, and you know, I said no, send it to my PO box or send it to this other physical address. Do not send it here. And they were hell bent for leather to send it here. Well, guess what? It got rejected at the post office, sent back. That's the way it works out here. Try to explain to them. They just, I don't know if it's lost in translation or what, because they had good prices and they had lots of stuff. They were kind of like Festech. But anyhow, I found it, and so anyhow, I had paid for them through PayPal. Well, so okay, I opened a complaint thing with PayPal and said, hey, this ain't, you know. Well, they wanted to hem and haw. They just hem and hawed for weeks. I said, okay, you had your chance. I called my credit card company. Said, hey, this charge here, it was a legitimate charge, but I never received the product. Okay, we'll take care of it. Whoop, gone. So, I mean, I understand the PayPal thing because it's easier and it gives you an extra layer of privacy protection. But, if you think, I mean, they wouldn't go to bat for me whatsoever. They just wanted to hem and haw. The hell with that. I got tired of jacking with them. So I just called my credit card company. Here's the deal. This was a legitimate order. I never received the goods. Okay, it's gone. Don't worry about it. Or I think I got uh, a email from PayPal whining about it. Why did you do it on a credit card company? I said, because y'all fuckers wouldn't do anything, you know? But anyhow, yeah, I looked at that health cabin thing, and people claimed that they were legit. Of course, you get people slamming them, and of course, people did the same thing with Fast Tech. You had a whole bunch of people that slammed them, but I always had good luck with them. I looked at them, and I was thinking, to me, I think they seemed a little high, and they didn't have as vast a selection of stuff as 3F did. But I mean, I did look at them, but I'm thinking there was something. They either didn't have what I wanted, or they were a little high, or something about them. But I did look at them. Of course, it always, I want the weird shit. I don't want the latest and greatest mod or kit or whatever. A lot of times I buy the weird shit. Well, Neil, I don't know that it was I think it was more of a PayPal quit them. They didn't quit PayPal. PayPal, if you look to see who owns it, it's them woke fuckers. And they decided vaping was bad, nicotine was the devil, and they weren't going to let you buy that kind of shit through their service. And it's more of a case of PayPal quitting them than them quitting PayPal. I'll have to keep an eye on it though, because I will keep an eye on health cabins, and there's several now since we don't have Fast Tech anymore. But I'll look and see if they got anything I can't live without. Yeah, like I say, it was PayPal that quit them. And I think I told y'all about the story about me and PayPal on trying to get, since I had been a PayPal customer for so many years. I only had that one issue with vape sourcing. I assumed it would be, there I go again, assuming. I assumed it wouldn't be no problem for me to get a little scanner and modify my account so I could start taking credit cards up at the open air market I sell my stuff at. I assumed that wouldn't be a problem at all, you know. So I did all the stuff. Them assholes treated me like I was a damn Colombian drug dealer. I'm serious. It was just mind-boggling. And I jacked with them for a little while because I still kind of trust the company as far as doing, being able to do their job properly. And I finally got tired, and I flipped over to Square. It's another little company that lets you do the swipe credit card thing. And within 30 minutes, I could take credit cards. And they sent me a free little swiper thing. And in 30 minutes, I could take credit cards. You know, so after that, I was pretty much done with PayPal altogether. But I admit they were convenient. That was the main reason I used them to start with. Oh. Well, I didn't have that problem. The only problem I had, I said it earlier in the stream with them, Neil, was if you ordered from their 24-hour category and their normal category and their bonded warehouse category, if you had an item from each one in the one order, they wouldn't let me order that way. When I got to the checkout, it spit up, and I had to go back and separate each group into groups and then put separate orders in, and then it was happy. Everything went through fine. That was only one of the only complaints I had so far with them. You didn't have to used to do that with FastTech. You could just, if you ordered, let's say, it didn't matter if it was pre-order or if they didn't have it in stock and it was going to be 30 days before they even got one, and then you ordered stuff they had in stock, they would hold the stuff for a little while, and then they'd go on and send you what they had and send you the rest later. And, it wasn't, yeah, I discovered that. And it wasn't they did it for you automatically. You didn't have to do it. I don't know if their software ain't good enough or what. So, yeah, just something I wasn't used to having to do. And of course, the shit I wanted was all across the damn board. I still hadn't ordered that. I got to check to see today if it's came in or not. I was today, the 30th, is when that Methyl M from Bandy was supposed to show up. They thought they already thought it was supposed to be here on the 15th or 16th, and then they bumped it up back all the way back to the 30th. And I'll tell you something I did notice, Neil, that I found very interesting was, and I had some, on one order, it was just some little bitty cheap stuff. And of course they say, they got the little thing down there that says if your order's over this much, of course it's free shipping. Well, I had way over that and it still wasn't free. I guess they probably don't do free to the US anymore. But I did notice, I think it was some movie stuff. And one of the items was those little plastic doors for boil tanks. It's got the rubber fill plug. Anyhow, I think I had 2 in the basket. And then I had a couple of other little small items. And I looked down. And the shipping was like, $4. And clicked on, just for the fun of it, I clicked on one more of those little doors, which was like $2 or something like that. And the shipping decreased to either $2 or $3. Huh. Well, let's see what happens. So I clicked on even more of them. Well, then the shipping went back up. So if I sat there and played a little bit, I could actually, it would change the shipping quite a bit. And, I mean, how much does one of the little plastic doors weigh? And it wasn't a matter of the price, because the price was either already above or was never going to get above their supposedly free shipping. So I just found it neat that I could sit there and just, increase by one deal, and then the shipping would like almost drop in half. And it was like, I had to scratch my head. I said, well, hell, let's go for that. It's the better deal, Yeah, Fast Tech, yeah, they stopped that here a while back, even though they still advertised it. I've been paying $3 or $4 on the last bunch of orders I got from them. I don't mind paying $3 or $4. I don't mind that. But some of those places just rape you on shipping, and I don't know if they're making money off the deal, or if whoever they're dealing with is raping them. But I wasn't the one. I didn't want to be the last one in line getting raped, so I just don't order from them. Because I do know for a fact of companies over here in the U.S. that actually made money on shipping cost. I'll have to look them up. Let me write that down. I don't know if I looked them up or not. There's so many out there now. Come on. You ain't going to work? Pen just worked. 20? There it goes. End done dried out. There's a whole slew of places to order from, but a lot of them just have the latest and greatest stuff from the companies they're dealing with, and most of them are I mean, almost all of them. I've been to some places where they were just almost all kits. It was a mod and a tank, a sub-ohm, mod and a sub-ohm tank, and it was just what was really supposedly popular right now, and that's all they had in stock. And I can't say I blame them, but that ain't the kind of stuff I usually look for or buy, And of course, I could go in here and change my PC around, and go to a different search engine and whatnot. But the one it defaults to is whichever one's on Edge, and it's something from Microsoft, one of their search engine. I don't know what it is, the exact name, because they change the damn thing every 6 months. Anyhow, if I type in 3A, it won't let me go there. It'll instantly, if I type in 3A at the deal, and the rest, it won't let me go there. It'll say, "Oh, you mistyped. You wanted to go to 3F," and that's the only option it gives me. I can click, go straight to 3F, but it will not let me go to 3A. The search engine will spit up and say, "Oh, you mistyped. You meant to go here." Well, no, I didn't. Now on my phone, I can go on my phone, no problem. But on the PC, because of whatever browser I'm using, it's the one that defaults to on the new Windows 10 Edge thing. It won't let me go to 3A. Now I could go, I could pull up a different browser. I could pull up Firefox or hell, even Google, and it would probably, I'm sure it'd let me go, but I said, okay. Most of the time I use my phone more than my PC anyhow, because it's a little more comfortable sitting in a recliner. Of course, it is a laptop. Sometimes I drag it in there, and if I'm going to do uh, any really long time stuff. When I used to study the stock market and the stocks real heavy, I would want to do a lot of research. I'd take it in there and sit in a recliner and do it. Well, guys, look like we've rambled on for almost 2 hours. God knows how I can ramble on so long with almost no subjects to start with. So I think we're going to call her quits for today and start finding some topics for next week. No, I never did order stuff from them. I did order from what's that other one called? DH Gate. Okay. You have to, they're really not. They really don't want to sell you one item at a time, but they will. There is most items. There's a little thing you can click on if you just want to buy one instead of 10. And I did have good luck with them, especially back in the days when I was buying clones left and right. And especially back when I was selling stuff many, many, many years ago. I would buy from DH Gate, and of course I'd buy 10 or 20 at a time or something. But they do have a deal where you can just go one. Now it bumps the price up a little bit if you just want one of something, but they will sell it that way. And it's been many years, but I never had a problem with them. They weren't any faster getting the stuff here than Fast Tech was, but I did buy from them, but I never did buy from Wish. Because way back in the day, I had a friend in Texas, one of my childhood friends, that him and another guy, the other guy was like the money investor. They opened up a vape shop back in the glory days, 10 years ago. And I asked him where they were getting their stuff. They had a distributor or whatever. He said, no, they ordered all their stuff from DHgate and just kept ahead, of the inventory. Of course, back in them days, this was a long time ago. So, it wasn't nothing like, even say in the heyday of 2015, 2016, this was way before then. And everything they were selling was clones. Most people didn't even know what the hell a clone was back in them days. Or much less even care. The normal person walking in a vape shop wanting to try vaping, they didn't care. If it worked, they were happy. But so anyhow, we've rambled on for a good 2 hours. So I appreciate everybody that came in chat. Yeah, that makes me mad too, Neil. Hell, they can even buy shit. I think they can buy shit on Amazon over there and eBay. What can I say? This used to be the land of the free, and that all went by the damn wayside, in my opinion. But yeah, they can buy shit on eBay and Amazon, vape shit, and we can't. And that's, I don't know, how Amazon and eBay can justify that. But I guess they just don't care. It's like, okay, sorry, but if you still want to use this, you're limited to this, and if you don't want to use this, go to Walmart. That's what happens when a company gets too big. They can abuse their power if nobody's regulating them decently. But yeah, I've seen that happen time and time again. But anyhow, I think we're going to call it a day. And as far as I know, we'll be back next week, same bat time, bat channel. And thanks for everybody that stopped by, watched, or will watch the replay. Thank you for watching the replay. I understand that's what you got to do. It's what you got to do. Some people have to work for a living and have regular hours and whatnot. Thanks for everybody that came in the chat. As always, you're always welcome. Thank you for coming in. I really appreciate it. So anyhow, I think we're going to call it quits. So until next time, we'll see you later.